Everybody wants the best possible offspring from their livestock. That's why it is so important that you choose the right male to service all of your females. And in this case, it's rams. We have over 100 female sheep, or ewes, and I will be showing you how to pick the right rams to use with your flock today on That's a Farm. Right here we have about 30 rams to choose from. They are the babies that we had from last year. The trick to choosing the right ram for your flock requires going over 4 different factors. The first being disposition and personality. Of course, this relates more to choosing a bull for your herd of cattle, because if a bull is aggressive, it is much more likely to kill people than an aggressive ram. But it's definitely a plus to having a docile ram that's really chill all the time. That's what you're looking for. The second factor is definitely looks. We're going to be taking 6 to 7 of these rams and putting them with our 100 ewes. And we want very big rams that look very masculine. Those tend to throw really good lambs. You also get to choose if you want horns or not, depending on what breed of sheep you have. Some of these rams have horns which could be passed down to their offspring. We particularly don't like horns, so we choose rams that don't have any. Most of these rams are pretty young and have a bit of growing to do, but you can pretty much tell which ones are going to be nice and stocky from this age. There are 3 big rams that we kept from last year, which are the dads of all these little guys, but we only put 2 of them back out with the 7 that we want. That's why some of these guys look like monsters, because they're a lot older. Now the third factor is health. You want a very healthy ram that is not easily susceptible to diseases. So you don't want to get one that has a lot of foot rot or gets worms easily. So why wouldn't this one be a good one?
He's got bad feet, and he's just not manly looking.
Yeah, he's
You're
not
looking
very
for
big.
real manly and good feet.
It all comes down to, if you want really healthy babies, you need really healthy genes. These rams will be half of the genetic makeup of your babies next year. You always have to keep that in mind. And that leads us to the last factor you should be looking for. Once you find a ram that meets the other previous requirements, you have to make sure he has some nice, big, testicles.
What did he say?
So studies have shown that the shape of the... Okay, I'm just going to say testicles again. It is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Anyway, the shape of the things actually create better udders in their offspring. We try to find the rams with the best looking things and put them with the flock. Now, if you take into account all of those factors in trying to find a ram, you will certainly get a great one. We then took our pick... Shut up, bird! We then... Oh my goodness. That bird, I'm gonna shoot it. We then took our choice pick of rams and pushed them into the pen where the ewes are, which took a little bit, but we got it done. I then followed them to see what they were up to. When I finally found them in the middle of the property, they were all bunched up chasing after the ewes. I couldn't get too close because sheep are pretty sheepish. So I let them have some privacy, unlike the cows who just stood in the middle of them with no personal boundaries. Check out some of my other videos, and thank you guys for watching. That's a Farm.